Now on Talking Solutions, our good friend Renae Egan talking about Purple Stride, the 2019 edition, coming up on Saturday, March 23rd. Also want to welcome into the studio for the first time, Marianne Fusco. You are a pancreatic cancer survivor. I see you in your purple shirt.
Yes. I'm a 12-year pancreatic cancer survivor.
That is huge.
Yes.
Huge.
My diagnosis came on my birthday.
Not what you wanted to hear.
Definitely not. But we needed to know something because I was very sick. We didn't know what I had.
You look great, by the way. Even though we're on radio, you look wonderful. You're talking about 12 years. Renae, fact check us on this. I believe currently the 5-year survival rate for pancreatic cancer keeps going up a little bit. Are we at 9%?
We are.
9%.
Yeah, it hasn't gone up in 2 years.
That's the 5-year survival rate, and you're 12.
When I was first diagnosed, I was told to get my affairs in order. Not much was known about it. I mean, I didn't even know what a pancreas was when they told me, you have cancer and it's pancreatic. I looked at my husband, what is a pancreas? We never heard of it. It was very silent back then, I think because people died and nobody knew what it was.
They just wrote you off.
Correct. Then when I did a little research, it was like 3 to 6 months. And then I'm saying if you make it a year, it'll be good. It was just a long, uphill, slow battle. But we're here, so...
You're such a hero.
Yeah.
I know you're going to be at Purple Stride 2019 on Saturday the 23rd at Town Square. Going to be wearing a white shirt now, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Because the survivors will be wearing white shirts. And I'm always rooting for pancreatic cancer survivors and more white shirts. Purple is a great color, but the white means something special. Nikki Campagna also in with us today, the mission chair for the Nevada chapter. Welcome.
Thank you.
We love getting together to talk about pancreatic cancer issues and shining a light. Just saw a story on the news within the last couple days about Harry Reid, also battling pancreatic cancer. I heard him say he currently is in remission, that the chemo he went through was the hardest thing. That's what he was saying, but he actually looked pretty good. So fingers crossed. I want everybody dealing with pancreatic cancer to do that well. Purple Stride 2019, 5th year for the event, getting bigger every year, I'm sure, Nikki.
Yes. Our goals keep getting bigger and bigger, but that's our way of raising awareness and gaining more support. We're fighting one of the deadliest cancer, so we need to get everybody on board.
The second deadliest cancer?
Right now, it's the 3rd leading cause of cancer-related deaths in the United States.
Oh, but it's going to be...
By 2020, which is right around the corner, it will rise to the 2nd leading cause of cancer-related deaths.
How sad is that we are looking for it to be rising in the ranks, to go from the current status as 3rd deadliest cancer to number 2 by next year?
Yes.
Wow. Awareness is so critical. Nikki, Purple Stride 2019, coming up on the 23rd. You guys are raising money, and you're going to do things like pour that into research.
Yes, we are. We go straight to the Pancreatic Cancer Action Network. We attack cancer on all fronts. We use research, clinical initiatives, patient services, and advocacy. Because along with Purple Stride, every June, we are out on Capitol Hill advocating for pancreatic cancer.
Marianne, long ago, 12 years ago, when on your birthday you found out that you also had pancreatic cancer, and you were saying there just wasn't a lot of talk out there. I think one of the things that would be very important, a needed service with the Pancreatic Cancer Action Network, is support. When you were diagnosed years ago, you probably felt like you were out there doing this by yourself.
We had nobody to talk to because nobody knew what it was. I had no idea on what to do, how to handle it, what the next steps would be. I just had to put my faith and trust in who was treating me at the time to try and carry me over the hurdles. But there was nobody to talk to. This is the greatest organization that I wish I had back in the day. It just didn't exist. It's amazing what they do. Everybody needs to know they're not alone.
That's really important. Support and attitude has such a big impact on how you do through any kind of a disease condition. Marianne, now as a pancreatic cancer 12-year survivor, are you part of groups to help people or families who are currently dealing with pancreatic cancer?
I go back to my cancer treatment center. I pop in there because I'm tested every 3 months. They never let it out of their sight. But I speak to the patients that are there. So I try to let them know they're not alone. It's not a death sentence. I'm sitting here talking talking to you. I give them little pieces of advice here and there. They'll know me where I've been treated.
Marianne, I bet when you come through the door at your cancer center, you generate smiles because people are like, yes, she's doing great.
My doctor, whenever I come in there, said, here's my 1%. That's all he calls me. The gastro doctor I've been going to, when I walked in his office, I was just there the other day, he said, it's my miracle. He's the one that stuck with me through everything, got me the help to try to find somebody who can find out what's wrong with me.
I hear that the symptoms of pancreatic cancer are just so murky. Flu-like symptoms and lower back pain. And by the time the symptoms are able to really be pinpointed, a lot of times you're really far along in the course of the disease.
Symptoms are pretty vague. That's why it's really important to work up all symptoms, because the symptoms with pancreatic cancer actually mimic a lot of other GI disturbances. Okay, so there's a change in stool. That can be attributed to a lot of different things. The pain is vague. It can be in the back. It can be in the belly. It can be in the mid-abdomen. It can be anywhere. And it's usually until someone's skin starts turning yellow that maybe some red flags go up. You have unexplained weight loss. You just can't eat anymore. There's a lot of things that take place. Plus, the pancreas is so deep in the body, it's really hard to pick up on symptoms. Plus, when you have a pancreatic tumor, there's actually a shell that forms around it.
I didn't know that. Maybe I'm off base here about pancreatic cancer. The pancreas, insulin, type 2 and type 1 diabetes, the relationship in your body. I'm concerned that maybe there's a connection there. I'm not a scientist, I get that, but still this is in the back of my mind. How about anybody who's got any kind of a diabetes diagnosis within their house? Maybe you should know all the information about pancreatic cancer and the Pancreatic Cancer Action Network. It never hurts.
I wish we would have known.
The Pancreatic Cancer Action Network is 100% voluntary, yeah?
Yes.
All of the people that I meet who are involved with the PanCan Action Network are very, very devoted because of their individual experiences related to pancreatic cancer. Renae, it was your grandmother.
Yeah.
Marianne, it's you.
Mm-hmm.
Nikki, do you have a connection that makes you extra devoted when it comes to this issue?
My brother-in-law, he was diagnosed in 2014, never sick a day in his life. He was diagnosed in February and he was gone in November. And I knew what he was facing because I've worked in oncology for the last 13 years. So I do it for him, for my patients, and for their families.
And Nikki, you're part of Optum Cancer Care, one of the sponsors of this year's Purple Stride 2019 event, along with our friends from Anderson Dairy. Of course, we had Chelsea in here in the past. Her grandfather with Anderson Dairy. Sadly, his battle with pancreatic cancer came to an end. His issue made Anderson Dairy very committed to helping with Purple Stride every year.
We're so grateful to have both Anderson Dairy and Optum Care. This is the second year they've co-presented us.
There's going to be a lot of things happening on Saturday, the 23rd at Town Square. Nikki, what time are we starting the events that day?
Kickoff ceremony is at 8:15. However, we're open at 7:30, and we encourage everybody to come early, browse all of our different tents, get all of the information that they can. Come early, stay long. It's a fun day.
There are a lot of good activities. There's Kids Zone, a lot of information. Going to have chocolate milk again after the event from Anderson Dairy, my favorite part of the event. Of course, like every year, Mike and Carla from 96.3 KKLZ have their own team. They're part of it. And Carla, her dedication to the cause is because she had an aunt who passed from pancreatic cancer. Actually, the disease is not that far from the experiences of any of us these days, sadly. But the best way to get a handle on it is to come out and support it, learn what you can, take care of your family, and get involved with the Pancreatic Cancer Action Network so we can get more money for research. What is the phrase, Renae? Demand better?
Yes.
Demand better for people affected by pancreatic cancer. So we're starting, Nikki, early that morning. Doesn't it wrap up by about noon that day?
By noon, but we still have things there for the information that they want, the fun activities, so it doesn't stop as soon as the race is done.
And this year, for the first time, we actually have a couple of the restaurants within Town Square that are going to open a little bit early. Miller's Ale House and Brio. And all day long, you go over, you tell them you're with Purple Stride, show your race bib, whatever. But Both locations from opening to close are donating 20% back to us.
Ooh, I like that.
I know that.
Yeah.
It gets better all the time.
Yeah, we're so grateful. Miller Ale House, they usually open at 11. They're going to go ahead and open that day at 10. And it's one of the big weekends of March Madness. There's 8 games that weekend. They're going to have them all on. So even if you're not participating in the run and walk, go over to Miller's Ale House, grab some food, watch the games, tell them you're with PanCan, and they'll donate 20% back.
Wow. If you're just a basketball fan,
Yeah.
go over and have a good time, have a good meal. 20% goes back to the cause. The Pancreatic Cancer Action Network, 100% volunteer organization, and Purple Stride 2019. The website for signing up, purplestride.org/Las Vegas. You know I'm going to have the links and everything, all the info on the Talking Solutions Facebook page, along with a podcast of our discussion today.
And a link to Mike and Carla's KKLZ team.
Mike and Carla are friends from the Mike and Carla Morning Show on 96.3 KKLZ, always a part of this event. Nikki, how do people get involved?
There is the pancan.org website. We will have ways, though, at our affiliate tent that they can commit to volunteer on whatever level that they would be able to. We are always looking for more people to sign up to volunteer.
If you can't be with us, you can sign up as a virtual strider for just $10.
I do love virtual participation.
Anywhere in the country, you don't have to be in Las Vegas, you can join as a virtual strider for $10.
So no matter where you're listening right now, you can sign up, do it virtually, maybe has dealt with pancreatic cancer.
And Mike and Carla's KKLZ team as a virtual strider.
And you can lay in bed and not worry about it.
That's right. You don't have to get up early.
But you're helping the cause, and that's the main thing. Purple Stride 2019, it's happening Saturday, March 23rd at Town Square, where it happens every year. I'm sure it gets bigger every year. We just want to do everything we can to help the Pancreatic Cancer Action Network get the research, demand better, get better testing so we can find out faster what people are dealing with. So instead of looking ahead to next year, when sadly pancreatic cancer is expected to ascend to the second most deadly cancer, let's take it back down the other direction.
Yeah, you never want your cancer to go up. You want your cancer to go down. But we've surpassed breast cancer, and we're about to surpass colon cancer.
We got to do something to change that.
Definitely.
Purple Stride 2019. Research is key. So let's support that and help the efforts of the Pancreatic Cancer Action Network.
And we've seen that with breast cancer. When I was younger and you got diagnosed with breast cancer, it was basically a death sentence. Now, 30, 40 years later, getting diagnosed, you pretty much survive it now. And because with money comes change, we have to get the funding, we have to get the research, and then we will start to see the change.
That's what this is all about, Purple Stride 2019. Be a part of it, whether you're on site at Town Square, on a team, out there for the day to get information, have good times, do the kids zone, do the restaurants, get the 20% back to the cause, any of that. We've got to get the research dollars so that we can move forward on this, so that we can make the incidence of pancreatic cancer less, so that we can do something to fix this. Best way to do it is to get involved. The website for signing up, purplestride.org/Las Vegas. You know I'm going to have the links and everything, all the info on the Talking Solutions Facebook page, along with a podcast of our discussion today. Renae, part of Talking Solutions is we always ask, what can we do to help you?
Join a team. Participate, be a virtual strider. Stop by and see Nikki and Joy at the Wage Hope tent. Get out and volunteer. Whatever you can do, just talking about it.
Raise awareness.
Raise awareness.
Marianne, same question to you, Talking Solutions. What can we do to help you?
Main thing is get the word out there. I just want people to know that there's hope. That's what I'm here for. It's not a death sentence. There's hope. The more money we get, the more research, and the better the percentages are. But I want people to know there is hope. Don't give up.
Today, you're in a purple t-shirt. At the event, you'll be in the white survivor's shirt. Yes. Nikki, Talking Solutions, what can we do to help you?
Raise awareness, be aware what is going on. Volunteer. You don't have to be real committed to volunteer. We're happy if you're willing to pick up a print order for us even. It's the little things that really make a difference. And if you can't make it down for Purple Stride, Virtual Strider is a great way to go.
Renae, Marianne, Nikki. We're all going to meet up at Town Square on Saturday, March 23rd for Purple Stride 2019, sponsored by our friends at Anderson Dairy and Optum Cancer Care. Thank you so much for joining us today on Talking Solutions.
Thank you.
Thank you.